We're good.
So, okay, you've been
Yes.
around forever. Tell me a story.
Well, I haven't been around forever. There's lots of people around who've been around a lot longer than me, but I do have a no shit there I was story.
Oh.
I was at a summer camping event living in the Kingdom of Ontario. We live in the Kingdom of Veldemer. I know you're
Right.
fairly new, but
Yeah.
Ontario, so I was in BC. I
Okay.
think that might have been where the event was. I'm not sure. And this was in the days of Avalok the Younger the First and Queen Llewellyn de Brandevin. And it was later in the event. I think it was Sunday at the camping event.
Okay.
We were, myself and another person were packing up camp, and everybody else in camp had gone to court. And so we'd stayed behind to pack down the communal kitchen and the communal area. And it was a friend of mine, Hamish McGordon, who he and I stayed behind. And we were waiting for everyone else to show up so they could pack their personal stuff, and we'd be all done. And while we were packing stuff up, we turned around and there was the king and the queen headed our way with the entire court. Hamish had been called into court and he wasn't there, and our Baron and Baroness from Seekert, which was Victoria, BC, had said Hamish is left behind at camp to pack down the communal area, and they said, oh, well, that can't do. That won't do.
You can't bring Muhammad to the mountain.
They led the entire court to our campsite, which was not near the court, like through the entire camp, to give him his award of arms. So it was pretty fantastic to kind of okay, trying to pack up our shower now. And here's this king and queen to present my friend with his award of arms. I haven't really seen that level of let's take the court for a road trip type of court, although it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, pop-up courts, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not a pop-up court.
Well, okay, yeah, road trip court.
Well, yeah, it's a road trip court. Yeah. There was a court actually in Rising Waters where we live, and it was about, what was that, 5 years ago for the, So I was kitchen steward. I was the feast steward.
Okay.
And I'd been called into court, but I was in the kitchen preparing because court was right before feast. So I was busy prepping food, feast. And I turned around and there was the king and the queen. It was Queen Adriel at the time and King Nigel. And they'd called me into court, and they did a kitchen court.
There you go. Kitchen court.
And that's how I received my award of the Order of the Wain.
Oh, okay.
It was a little numb, but it was interesting.
So basically be prepared to be hijacked at any point, anytime, in any court.
Is it any surprise that I like to do pop-up courts?
No, not really. No.
And that's my no shit there I was story.
That's quite the story. I look forward to seeing that sort of thing happen in person.
Oh, I'm sure it will. All right. I'm going to